Let's get down to business.
To attack the Huns.
To defeat the Huns, Emma. You knew that, right?
Nope.
There we go.
Hercules.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
It's Mulan. Hence, attack the Huns.
Is it not a Celtic song?
Hercules.
That was the worst intro yet. Welcome back to another episode of Discussing Nothing. I'm your host Ross, who clearly doesn't know the difference between Hercules and Mulan. Gotta love Mulan. Welcome back. I'm here with two colleagues of mine who are both indeed here. I'm joined by the much obliged
Emma.
and the allegedly
Kelvin.
That's right. They're both here and they're both having a great time. Preamble, begin. Kelvin, how are you?
I'm alright.
Now, you recently suffered a serious injury.
Yep.
To the knee.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
You wouldn't be. He's so carefree with his knee.
Believe me,
We're rhyming.
that
now.
hurts.
Now, he cannot. For the audio listeners here, he cannot bend his knee. How's it getting on?
It's like a little bit better than it was like 3 days ago, but
Yeah,
still quite swollen, and I prefer not to make jokes about it. It makes it hurt my feelings.
little by little, we're getting there. Speaking of little by little, segue. At the time of recording, Oasis have recently come back into the public domain and are touring the nation. Emma, are you a big fan of Oasis?
Not really, actually.
Not really. No. Oh, are you a big
I'm
fan?
indifferent.
They're alright.
Impartial.
Impartial to
Partial. You seem like someone who would like Oasis.
I know I know I give those vibes, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, Oasis sets up a perfect segue. And as Cristiano Ronaldo says, soup! Welcome. What we're doing today, guys, is your top 5 soups. I know, it's another brilliant idea. Pretty groundbreaking stuff for Discussing Nothing. We're doing a list. Incredible stuff, I know. We're going to rank our top 5 soups. Some people may have the same soup. Some people might not. Again, it's very listenable, this. It's an interesting topic. Soups of the world. Our favourites. Let's begin. Kelvin, what is your number 5 soup?
My number 5 soup is an old classic. It is pea and ham.
Oh, no. Pea and ham. It's just the way the name sounds. Pea and ham.
I knew it was going to be there.
Number 5.
I called that earlier.
What do you like about pea and ham? Is the ham?
peas
I don't
and
think
the ham, and
Is there bits of ham scattered throughout it?
if you get like a nice bougie pea and ham soup, it's got
Like ham from a ham sandwich?
no like a
Ham hock.
like a carvery style ham, like a wee chunk of ham.
Oh,
That's like one of the last things I'd want in my bowl of soup.
pea and ham soup. Oh, I think the name doesn't help more than anything. Pea and ham.
Okay.
Oh, what do you think
Well-
of pea and ham?
Oh, nah.
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 What's your
Yeah.
number 5?
I put minestrone.
That's my number 5. Hit me with it. Why'd you like minestrone?
I like pasta in soup. That's literally the main reason.
Minestrone feels like a bit of a cheat code because it feels like you're just eating a bowl of watery pasta.
Yeah, but I like
That's
it.
awful. That sounds horrible.
Watery,
Pea and ham.
tomato-y pasta. And it's like a full meal more than
Yeah.
anything.
It's substantial.
Substantial. What
Yep.
else is in it again?
Boring.
I don't really like. All I care about is the pasta that's
Pasta.
in
It's
it. I
like
think it's like tomato, onion.
It's like pasta more than anything.
Yeah.
Really. It's like a gateway drug to pasta.
That's great.
Gotta love it. Minestrone. Minestrone.
Yeah.
We'll leave that one there.
Kelvin. What's your number 4, Emma?
Not that I can indulge in this one, but I did like some chicken noodle soup. Again,
Wow. Is it
Pasta in the soup, but
the Betty? It's like broth. That one. Like there was
there's like little bits of
shards
noodles, and yeah.
Now I considered chicken noodle soup in my top 5. Then I remembered like that chicken soup you used to get, like the packet, you know, the one, like, and it was just like little tiny squares of chicken, like.
No, like a homemade chicken noodle soup, you know, but maybe like shredded, like, you know, like if you have leftover.
Tell me in great detail about chicken that you used to like eating.
I liked like shredded chicken. You know, like roast chicken when it's like shredded and that, but put it in the soup
and
with
like
some noodles and
egg noodles.
Nah, they're too thick. Like the little tiny little.
I don't like
wormy
those
noodles.
little tiny wormy noodles. That's why I didn't get. I was like, give me an actual noodle, you know.
I mean, any noodle is. I like
I felt
noodles.
like they were just like in the way, you know.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
a bit like that. Kelvin, what's your number 4? Do you like chicken noodle soup?
I do, but not
Did it make your list?
in my top 5. Number 4 is miso soup.
I hate miso soup. My beloved orders miso soup every time we go out for like wagamamama or something like that. It's always the free soup that you get.
How did bro just pronounce wagamama?
Wagamama. It
Like
tastes like
wagamama or something?
it tastes like bathwater. Miso soup from wagamama.
No. Well, yeah, it's not for
It's
every
like fish,
occasion,
isn't it?
but kind of. I don't actually know. I think it's like a bean paste.
No, it's like
bean paste.
soybean something. Yeah.
It's not for every occasion, and
To
you
be fair,
don't drink a massive bowl
I
of it.
think I've
but
only had it like once or twice, and I didn't mind it.
as a wee appetizer, it's lovely
A sippy soup.
with a bit of seaweed in it or something.
I know I'm in the minority. I hate miso soup, but
To be fair, I've only had it once or twice, and it was. I can't really remember, but
no,
I'm pretty sure I liked
It's
it.
like bathwater to me. It was like I've drunk a fair amount of that in my time.
you look like the type.
How else would you empty a bath? Anyway, my number 4 is Scotch broth.
I've never had it.
You've never had Scotch? Well, like I just like the lots of chopped vegetables. Like when you're ill, Scotch broth.
Is that got ham in it
No.
or something? What's in it? Is it just vegetables?
Carrots, onions, sometimes grain.
Oh, well, I kind of have a similar one somewhere on my list. I just didn't know
onion
that's what
in,
it was.
in a broth, and it's lovely. And like
Oh.
when you're feeling sicky and like all full of the sniffles, there's nothing more that I'd like than a bowl of Scotch broth.
Well, now that I know what it is, that may or may not also be on my list.
Oh,
But I just didn't know what it was.
what is it? Your number 3?
You'll find out. I should know.
Is that the one with like the rice in it?
Yes, you got that on your list.
No.
No.
It's a bit tasteless.
You're making it
never
wrong.
had a good Scotch broth. Well, Emma, you're number 3.
This is a soup I used to get in Tesco all the time. You know the ones that come in the big plastic tubs? Not the tins, but they're like in the fridge bit. They're like jugs of soup. And it was a sun-dried tomato and lentil soup. And it was really good. I think they still sell it.
Creamy?
No. I don't really do creamy soups.
What's your deal?
What's
What's your deal with creamy soups?
It's just not... I don't like creamy, savoury food at the best times. Like pasta sauce and stuff.
Do you ever think you're a fussy eater?
I'm genuinely not.
Apart from cheese.
But
any
cheese
meat,
often is what makes like
creamy
certain things
foods.
creamy.
Creamy.
But it's not a creamy soup.
Kelvin, what's your number 3?
Cream of tomato soup.
Now, what are we talking? What kind of cream of tomato?
Boring.
Just straight out of the Heinz tin.
That is on my list. I am big on this.
Sometimes you get a hankering for it, and it's all that can satiate your
I'll
hunger.
just reveal. This is my number 1.
Oh,
Heinz cream of tomato is my number 1.
yeah.
There's nothing better on a cold day dunking a cheese toast. I think you have to take into account what you can dunk in your soup. A cheese toasty in Heinz tomato soup. That stuff out the can. Oh my goodness.
Just a bit of bread with some butter on it.
Yeah, even that. That is nectar. That is nectar. That is the best soup that goes about. You can try make any soup you want. You could try make a fancy tomato soup. Nothing beats cream of tomato out the Heinz can. Mwah.
Do you know when
Love
you like microwave it and it gets a bit sticky around the side, and you get those kind of congealed bits, and you get to like scrape it with your spoon, and it's like a extra powered hit of cream of tomato. It's like it purees itself. That's the best bit of the whole experience.
that ending hit. Have you ever had Heinz cream of tomato?
I feel like who hasn't?
Yeah. And for good reason. What would you not like about it?
So it must be number 2 or 1.
Have you ever had Baxter's cream of tomato? imitator to the throne.
Right.
The Aldi one's not bad.
Aldi was not bad, but
It's so mid.
beans means Heinz. My number 3 is carrot and courgette.
Oh, that was a
brother.
curveball I was not expecting. I was like, carrot and coriander. Okay,
Can I have carrot and courgette?
No,
Oh, unreal, by the way. So you've
never heard of it.
never heard of it?
Well, I've heard of courgette, just not in a soup.
You never?
Carrot and
wild.
courgette?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's the upgrade on carrot and coriander. Believe me, if you've not lived until you've had flashback.
I've just remembered a soup that I might need to put on my list. Wait, what do I need to sacrifice? Oh, now I need to sacrifice.
Soup trauma. We'll leave you with that. That was very dramatic.
Sorry.
Number 2, Kelvin.
So I googled it, and it is a soup. My number 2 is ramen.
Don't do this to me again,
It's
Kelvin.
tonkotsu ramen.
Oh,
Ramen?
I got told earlier ramen wasn't a soup.
It says it's a soup.
Well,
Noodle soup.
I kind of agree, but I was told I wasn't allowed it.
By whom? Liam, come closer to the mic.
Who decided he's the arbiter of soups?
Liam, I think I'm with you on this. VAR. We're going to VAR.
Yeah. I think all of you have tried to look for soups that aren't really soups.
Huh?
Huh? Me?
Like pasta and them. That's not soup.
Minestrone is a soup.
I guess.
If you have minestrone, you have to let ramen in.
Look at on Google.
I
Look at
kind of
Wikipedia.
agree.
Google's always right.
I do rate a ramen.
Wikipedia is
I
It
just
always
don't
depends
think-
how
right.
soupy you make
I
it.
guess with minestrone as well, in the traditional sense, 'tis not a soup.
But I think it is, technically.
What is a soup? When does a soup become a sauce? When does a sauce become a soup? Is cereal a soup?
These are the questions we should be asking.
We should be deep diving into
This
this.
is the next podcast
My number
episode.
1 is Cocoa Pops.
Join us as we unravel what a soup really is in
What
this
is a
hour-long
soup?
discussing nothing special. Right, I'm going to allow it. I like ramen as much as anyone else,
Yep.
but I don't think it's a soup.
Depends how much
I
broth is there.
disagree.
Right, what's your number 2?
Well, this
Clarify what your was
that's
for.
affected my number 1.
Right.
So we'll get there.
Okay.
I'll
What's
explain
being
the
pushed out?
situation
What's being
I was-
right. Explain.
No, I will in a minute when I get to number 1. This is number 2.
Wait, so you've
Number
just
2 is remain unaffected.
you've just removed your number 1.
I replaced my number 1.
Didn't just slot in and move down.
No,
Your number
because
one
I
is
don't
no
want to
longer
Your
take.
on the
number
list.
1 was on fickle ground.
Yep.
Number 1 is number 0.
What's your number 2?
Well, this was specifically my granny's vegetable soup with rice and potato, which I have since learned is probably just a Scotch broth.
Yeah.
So that is my number 2.
Well, we learn something every day, don't we, Emma?
yeah.
Right.
But
You've-
specifically my granny's.
You said your number 2, ramen. My number 2 is mushroom soup.
Get
You
out
know the
of
really
here.
dark grey one? Oh, that is so
If-
good.
if
Not
something is-
cream of mushroom, the dark grey one. That is
That is-
OP.
And you had the cheek to slate him for pea and ham, and you've got mushroom as number 2.
Once again, though, you're fussy because you just don't like mushrooms either.
Is it cream of
Especially
mushroom?
as
No,
a
not cream of
soup.
mushroom. You know the dark grey one.
So the worst one.
the best one.
If a soup's
Liam's
dark
nodding.
grey, you shouldn't be eating it.
No,
I don't judge a book by its cover, Emma.
I judge a soup by its
I
colour.
judge soup.
What was that last?
Sorry.
You know, you've had that one before, have you not?
No, I would never choose that. I don't like mushroom that much.
Right. I can hear the crowds baying at you right now and going, Ross, your soup's the best. Wow. Number 1.
So my number 1 is my granny's turkey soup that she would make with. I tried to get clarification on this from my family, but they weren't becoming.
Turkey soup.
Well, like Christmas turkey soup, like
leftover
like
turkey.
she boils she makes the stock herself, but she used to have this like pasta layer at the bottom that you would like mix it and it would go whew, and like the pasta would float through it
and
and
you
you
make that noise.
and you would add in the coup de grace of the whole thing is you grab a pinch of Parmesan cheese and just plop it in the top.
These words.
So turkey
You
soup.
lost me at the cheese.
Turkey soup with some pasta bits. I'm not entirely sure what they were.
It's like turkey minestrone.
Nah, I'm not gonna rinse your Gran on discussing.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we
With grated Parmesan.
have to bite our tongues a bit here.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Yeah, it's class.
We'll leave that there.
Right. Mine's Heinz cream of tomato. We know the goat.
Boring.
Right. What was so good that it removed a whole item from the list? What got gone?
You're going to say it's boring, but I love a good lentil soup. That has been replaced,
That's
though.
the most mid soup ever. If you like lentil, you're mental.
You have cream of tomato as your number one.
Yeah.
The most basic soup on the planet.
Bosh. Bosh. Cream of tomato. Bosh.
Yep.
What is... Well, I'm glad lentil has been booted to hell.
It's a staple, but it has been
It's a staple
replaced.
to keep your mouth shut and no eat it.
Right.
Number one.
It's a sweet potato and coconut chili soup, and it is banging.
I have had that.
I'm pretty sure I've had
I
that
can't remember
before,
what
yeah.
brand it is, but I think it actually might be like Tesco's,
It's all right.
I'm not going to score on you.
It's all right.
but it is so
Yeah, it's
nice.
fine. Doesn't initiate a memory or anything from me. Doesn't
Doesn't
make me feel
unlocked
anything.
something in my brain.
Yeah, clearly.
But-
I can't believe we waited all that time for that.
Better than lentil.
Finish with a flourish.
Yeah.
Mental is lentil. I mean, lentil is mental.
It's just with a nice bit of buttered bread and lentil. Oh,
Yeah.
yum.
And which is... Nah, that's a stupid question because it's Heinz tomato. The best dunking soup is Heinz tomato. Yeah. Liam,
Hello.
how are we?
Fantastic.
Now, are you a bit of a soup connoisseur?
I would say so.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would.
Whose list is speaking to you here?
I think it's Ross's.
Hell yes. You've had the dark grey mushroom
The dark
soup,
grey
haven't you?
mushroom soup is a great shout.
Oh, huge. Huge. And Heinz tomato?
It's not number one, but it's up there.
So
up there.
mid. No.
What are you thinking of? Turkey?
Yeah.
Cheese soup.
I don't even know if that is a soup. It's pasta, cheese.
I've had
Turkey.
it, so it is.
It's a soup.
It exists.
We're not going to... Once again, we're not going to rinse this Gran. I'm sure
No,
it's
don't
not.
rinse my Gran.
I just don't know if it's soup.
Yeah, again, I don't know if it's soup. And, yeah. Thanks, Liam. I appreciate that. Any soups we feel that we might have missed out?
Liam will be like,
Chicken.
chili, super hot chili soup.
Chili super hot chili soup.
That is my favourite soup.
Ghost chili pepper.
Fake brand.
Reaper.
Here it is right here. Chili hot, super hot chili soup.
Yeah. No?
Chinese chicken and sweet corn soup is the best soup.
Oh, the MSG gloopy stuff.
And what you do is you make the whole soup, and right at the end, as you're stirring it, you crack in eggs, and it makes it really like gloopy and like snotty. So like you can hold it on the spoon, that kind of like you can wobble it, and it won't fall off. Unreal.
That's not the words I'd use to describe soup that I like.
Snotty.
It's
Oh yeah, it's so
gloopy and
snotty. Yeah, but it's unreal.
Well,
Nah.
not sure I expected the podcast to go this way, but let's just leave you, the viewers, there with that image of a snotty, gloopy,
Delicious.
slimy soup that you can't even pick up out of the bowl. It's just, every time you try and pick it up, it's still attached to the bowl. And instead of thinking about that, think about Heinz, cream of tomato, and a cheese toastie. Oh, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.